Hello, it's Elaina Strongbow from SodaTutorials.com, Elena's main game name, and tonight I'm actually here in Ulfheim again, which means I'm about to GM something. Earlier on today I did a video on GMing alchemy, so I got that up, and that was my 8th GM that was up there. And like all the other ones, from the first GM I've had through the 8th one, I've always recorded each one. I just thought they're special things when you can get to that level. So I'm in Ulfheim, and I'm going to GM my next archery one. So let me take a look at my skills on here. You can see I've got GM'd range combat, aim shot, piercing, and rapid fire. And I've been working on disabling shot. So Ulfheim, so on the very north end, if you go from Brit all the way up north, you kind of go like toward Libris Ruins and just go north. Ulfheim's up there. There's a pocket in Ulfheim that is just pure Patriarch bears. As a solo person, if there's people there, go to Friends Online more. But as a solo person, you can go through and never run out of bears. I mean, literally never run out of bears. I just sit in one area and just kill bears, kill bears. And it's a really, really good place for a couple of different reasons. One, they're hard enough so if you're trying to work a skill, you can use it a lot on there and get your games on it. Two, when you kill them, you get 1500 XP, which isn't nothing to sneeze at. And that helps take away some of the negative effect of all the higher level training on it. Three, if you skin them, that's 500 crafting experience. So it's 1500 adventuring and 500 crafting experience per bear. Four, you get a ton of animal hides. So if you're a crafter, great. Just a byproduct. Where you can get tons and tons of animal hides, make your leather, and be all happy. Five, you get a lot of sweat. So if I look at my inventory, I've been practicing up here, working on it. Right now I've got 19 sweat out of this last round that I've been working on. You tell I got 185 hides, some bear carcasses. I get rid of these. If I need some, I'll come up here and get them anyways. But there's so much weight that it literally kills me at my weight. I'm at 328 of 348. These came from someone else. Don't worry about them. You get bear heads. Once in a while you get a pristine Patriarch bear head, which is good for the trophy. But bear heads, you can put I save them off. They're good for hats. You can make bear hats out of them. Some people like them, so I'll make a bunch of +1 bear hats or something out of that. So there's a lot of good reasons to be in here. But the abilities to go and not have to wait and just keep going around, it really allows you to grind. But because you get so much out of it, crafting experience, adventure experience, you get animal hides, sweat, bear heads, and you get to focus on a skill. It just is a great place to do it. Is it boring? Yes, you can kill bears so you're blue in the face. They never run out. That part's kind of boring. But it's not just a grind for the skill. It's a grind for the skill with all these other benefits. So I've been working at it. So today, earlier on, I spent about an hour and 20 minutes, and I went from 85 to 95. And about the last 45 minutes or so, I went from 85 to 96. In the last 45 minutes to an hour, I went from 96 to 99.8, I think it is. It's sitting right up there. So I'm very, very close to getting this one up to GM. So I want to get this one on record and put that out there. Now, for a deck, I do have a training deck, and I stack it so I can get the skills I want. So right now I have it open with 4 spots for disabling shots. So basically these are always coming up. I've got 5 cards up in here. These are always coming up as much as they can. I've got aimed, piercing, and blinding shot to kind of round this out. So I have this out so I can hit damage on it, plus my regular bow. If I do get a couple on me, I will use corpse explosion, blow up the corpses. These are all just things to help kill them off. You can, depending on what you have, you can mix these up. Got a bunch of healing ones. To be honest, I've never really much in a spot need healing. And once in a while, I've got a rapid fire on there that's locked on there. But it's really geared to actually do this piece on there. So that's actually a deck that actually was just made for this. Now, if I go to do, I think I need, at some point, I'm going to want to do blinding shot. I will replace all these. I'll move one of these into here and replace all these with blinding shots. And that's the deck I use to go out there and hit that. So I'm in an area where I can use it a lot. I want to make a deck where it appears a lot on there. So, sorry, water. Voice is getting hoarse. So, with that said, you can see down here, or right here, is where I have the 99. You can tell I've got that much left, so I'll be able to see that. Outside of it, every one of my GMs for archery has been in this spot that I'm going to. Every single one. I said it's just a great grind. You can go through it, get everything on it. once you get to the point where you can actually handle them. They are tough. I mean, if you get 3 of them, even if I get 3 of them on me, they'll start doing me some damage, and I have to kite around on that. If you're a melee person, probably got the better armor and the right stuff to protect yourself, different shields and whatnot. For me, I basically, because I'm using disabling shot, I slow them down. I can kite them really easy. So this makes it a very easy one to do. So here we go. So I'm going to come back in. This is actually the north entrance. When you come in on the map, you come in not on the north entrance. Pull this up here. Here's the north entrance. You come in on the south entrance. So you come in, you go to the right, you veer left here, all the way up here. The pocket you want to be in is here. You come around this wall, work these bears out that are here, and then start getting these and getting these. Be careful with the respawn because they will aggro on you. If you find yourself stuck in this area, you can get aggro really easy. So get there once they're kind of dried, go back here, kill these guys, some guys down here, and you just do this U shape, back and forth, back and forth. It's that easy. So let's go on in here. There are, and if they're multiplayer, there are some bears over here, not as many. But I said, if you're fighting with other people for resources, spawn, just go to, here's my first one. So if you are, go to Friends Online mode. And then just, you won't have to do that. So I've got this guy slowed down. You can tell he's walking slow. And I'm just doing regular full draw shots. And if I get a foot coming up for disabling, I'll take that one. And there we go. And you can tell I've already gone up. I'm getting closer on that little bar for my GM. I don't really go for much resource in here. I mostly just focus on bears. If you go for a resource, you usually end up aggroing a bear on you and get yourself. There is some wood and some cotton here. Don't forget, those aortics are good money. You'll get those. The sweat. I got another sweat there. 2 more animal hides. So that was a good one. So here I'm going around to the left here. Now there are some guys right here, so I'll pick off one at a time. As soon as I got one red, then I'll slow them down with that disabling. Every time it comes up, I'll fire it off. Now, as an archer, which if you're watching this, and you probably are, the trick on it is you want to just stay away from him. So disabling gives you a time to get away from him, or he's not really doing too much damage on you. There we go. And then we'll skin him. So we'll skin him to keep the respawn rate up. Also, if you don't skin them, the respawn's slower, and you're basically going to sit around twiddling your thumbs. So you might as well skin them and get them cleared out so they can respawn better or faster. So I don't know, probably about 2, maybe 3 more bears. Alright, here we go. We got a couple of spots on there. If he hits you once or twice, who cares? You look at my health, I'm not really getting anything. I'll get him with a shot. Oh, 2! Come on, give me another shot. Give me another disabling. Come on. Ah. Put your bow away. Get your most time for archers, you're talking about focus on this. I am sitting out here with dragon stew, so my regen on those are actually pretty darn good. So where are we at? Very close. So you'll get another bear up here. Just keep a pan around. Now, one of the things I like to do, I like to be in night vision. You can just see them a lot better. So you can see there's a couple down there. Now, you usually get one here. There's another one there. Ooh, I'm right on the edge. A couple more shots and I'll actually get this up to GM. Like I said in the other videos, why, does the going from 99 to 100 do anything for you? No, not really. Not from a skill perspective. Not in your combat skills. In fact, there's probably some reasons why you don't want to. I think once you get to that 99 range and 100, if you die, your stat loss or experience loss is probably greater. At this level, I'm making enough XP. I'm not really worried about that. The reason why I do it, you got to admit, it's a bit of a prestige thing. You know, he's got so many GMs or this and that. But more importantly, I think for being inside the guild, got another sweat on that one. Let's see, I'm already loaded again, so I'm going to get rid of these. Being inside of GM, I do go in a lot of parties. So people who are trying to raise that skill will get a boost along with being, along with you. Okay. Let's get this guy. There it is. Woohoo! 100. Let's kill this guy off and go off to the side here. And now you can tell I got the little green arrows on my foot there. So that was it. It's literally just doing this. Now, why do I want to have disabling shot? Yeah, I picked, a couple of them that I like on here. Basically, as an archer, one of your primary things is to be a kiter. And as a kiter running around, not letting them being hit. Disabling shot is a great shot that will slow down your enemy if you're in PvP or against enemies, monsters, whatnot. So it's a part of my bread and butter kind of decks. It's always in there. And as soon as I get out of here, if you look at this, it does 15 to 42 damage. And it's 50% move rate for 20 seconds. So the better you are at this, the longer it'll exist. I was actually making a bow for someone yesterday. Pop out of here. And I actually, in my masterworking, in my carpentry, which has been working on, I actually got 2 archery. I only did 2 masterworks on this bow. I actually got 2 archery hits on it, or enchantments. One was disabling shot. It was like 16% more time on it, so it added a couple more seconds, which was cool. I think the other one was on aim shot, which did 16% more damage. So a bow like that can even help out even more with this. So cast this out of here. I always like to position it when I'm actually talking. Just makes for a good thing, and we get out of night vision. So that's it. So, I mean, as far as getting it, once you've gotten to a certain level, being able to exist and live inside an area like this is where you can basically work on skills. Now, a thing about XP. If you look at my XP pool, I'm at 832. I started around 1250. I dropped down to 850. I went back up to 1,050, I think it was. Now I'm back down to 832. To go from 85 up to 100, that took about 750 experience points. It's very easy to get to 85. It takes a lot more experience. So it's like 200 to 300,000 to get to 85, and then it's almost 800,000 to get up to GM. You need a lot of experience. So if you're short on experience, go here. 1,500 per hit, you don't run out of them. You can sit there and kill. If you kill 10 bears, you've already gained like 15,000 experience. It's a quick place to gain your experience pool. So when I need to raise my pool, I will go here. I've been soloing trolls. Trolls have been in the past there. You get 2 of them per instance, and usually I can go back to back. Each troll's like 5,000 each, but it takes a little bit longer, but I get a lot more different loots and all that stuff, and sometimes an artifact drops. So I've been trolling for experience, but this has kind of always been a bread and butter spot for getting an experience pool on that. You want your pool to be higher. Every time you use your skill when you're training it and your pool is bigger, more points will go to that skill. If you had a pool of 100,000 versus 1,000,000 and you did the exact same shot on the exact same creature, the person or you with 1,000,000 experience in the pool will get more to that skill than if you had just 100 in that and putting it in there. So that's it. That's the trick. So this is my 9th GM. You can tell I've got range, alchemy, blacksmith, carpentry, tailor, aim, disabling, piercing, and rapid fire. I'm probably going to work on blinding shot. Once again, I'll work my XP up. I'll probably do a blinding shot again on the next one. That will actually do out all of my skills. I don't use multi-shot. I just don't. So I, for the love of it, I just raise it up to like 80 and call it quits, since it doesn't take a lot to do. But these are the ones I'm going to start working on. These take twice as much experience to pull up. So it's something that, I'm going to have to build my pool up to 2 million or 2.5 million and then work on these. These are really, really important once you get these. Having these are great, and your crit chances and the kind of damage. But if you look at these, like your draw strength, increases damage with your ranged weapon. All in all, it'll just make your damage on every one of your things more. And from 1.8 to 2.3. So it's a good percentage on that. Range increases the range of your ranged weapon. So the farther out you can shoot at something. Once again, help for controlling aggro on that. If you look at Eagle Eye, your accuracy. So how often you hit, your skill, it raises on it. I'm not going to do much with ammo scavenger. I don't care. I'll buy my arrows. I'll make them on there. So this one I'll leave where it's at. It's just not worth doing. These three I do want to work up, and I do want to work in the GM. But this is the longer road right here. This is the easier part that's on here. So at the end, I'm going to have all these GM'd. I'm going to keep this here, probably get this to 80, and then work on GMing these. As an archer, if you can GM these along with these, you're deadly. I mean, you really have a really deadly skill. Then you start getting into working on your bow, getting a bow that's really going to help out with that. If you look at my the bow I have right now, I like this bow. I just made this one. Not my favorite so far. I didn't get any archery masterworks on it, but it gave me 20 death attunement, which I've been working on. It gives me 11.5% weapon critical damage and 7.7 weapon critical chance. But I'm going to work on a bow that really raises those up and try to get a masterwork that actually accentuates those skills. But that's that's it. That's how you make yourself from a really good archer to a great archer, is working on these guys, getting their bread and butter here GM, getting these 3 GM, and then getting a weapon that really helps out with it, and that really just makes you deadly with your hits. So that's it. If you have questions or comments, please throw them on the video, a thumbs up or thumbs down. Once again, it's Elaina Strongbow from SodaTutorials.com. At the end here, video is going to pop up. It's a previous video in the series. Below that's a link to the SodaTutorials.com website, what I've been doing, what I'm up to, what I will be doing. Picture of me in the fairy wings with, if you're liking the content, please click on that, subscribe to the channel. And now off to the right is actually going to be a video on the Strongbow Apartments rentals in Owl's Head. Watch the video. Very inexpensive, laid back, need a place to hang your hat. It's the place to go. Thanks a lot. Take care.